When you have access to wealth that defies ordinary limits, your lifestyle no longer fits within the bounds of cities, countries, or even continents. The land becomes predictable, the sky crowded with aircraft. And so a new frontier is chosen, not one above, but below, beneath the waves. Welcome to the deepest expression of human wealth and imagination, the floating and underwater cities crafted not for survival, but for sovereignty. This is where true luxury goes when it runs out of space on land. If this vision stirs something deep in your soul, tap like, hit subscribe, and let Goldleaf Living escort you into a submerged civilization, where the ultra-rich are not just living, they are evolving. We begin above the surface, where the sea isn't an obstacle, it's a canvas. Billionaires are no longer buying homes. They're commissioning entire floating ecosystems, engineered to withstand everything the Earth can throw at them. These are not yachts. These are ocean cities, modular, mobile, powered entirely by sun and tide, shielded by weather-resistant shells, and capable of growing food, recycling water, and generating power autonomously. The best-known public example is Oceanics, a sustainable city concept originally proposed as a response to rising sea levels. But behind the curtain of public good, billionaires saw a private opportunity to own a personal slice of Waterworld, sculpted in their image. Today, companies like Big, Blue Tech, and Freedom Ship International are quietly building private floating cities where each neighborhood is custom-coded to its owner's exact preferences. Want a garden that floats on a freshwater lake tethered to an ocean platform? Done. Want a private airstrip that retracts at night into a protective dome? Of course. How about buildings that rotate automatically to face the sunrise every morning and adjust their temperature based on your mood? That's standard. These cities are not only weatherproof, they are self-aware. But that is just the prologue. The true visionaries, the ones who no longer wish to be seen, go deeper, literally. They don't just float above the ocean, they live within it. Welcome to the hidden world of underwater cities. We're not speaking in metaphor. These are real, operating, billionaire-funded structures, rising like ancient temples from the ocean floor, invisible from the surface and illuminated only by the flickering blue of the deep. The companies building them don't run ads. Their websites are unlisted. Their engineers sign NDAs that last lifetimes, yet they are building the future, one dome at a time. Inside these cities, the air is filtered by sea plants, the power comes from currents, and the homes are shaped not by bricks, but by pressure, light, and flow. One such city, unnamed and only spoken of in elite circles, reportedly spans over 40,000 square feet beneath the Mediterranean. It houses a community of 9 billionaire families, each with their own private coral gardens, marine vaults, submarine hangars, and AI-regulated life support systems. Guests arrive via pressure-regulated descent capsules that gently lower from superyachts parked miles away. No visible entry points. No trace. The homes themselves? Not homes. Sanctuaries. You walk through curved archways lined with sea glass. Your floors glow with phosphorescent stone, harvested from the deep sea. Your ceiling isn't drywall, it's a live feed panel showing you the movement of marine life above. Light isn't installed, it's grown, using genetically modified plankton embedded in the walls that brighten and dim on command. Every sound is soft, every step silent. Water surrounds you, but you remain perfectly dry, wrapped in temperature-controlled air that mimics a tropical afternoon or a Himalayan cave, depending on your preference. In your underwater kitchen, you don't cook, you compose. Ingredients are grown in zero-salt vertical gardens, nourished by sea minerals. Meals are constructed by robotic chefs that pull data from your microbiome, your blood sugar, your current sleep cycle, and your taste history. Your plate is then delivered by floating ceramic trays that drift across air-suspended magnetic paths. Entertainment? Not Netflix. You attend a concert performed by cello players in zero-gravity harnesses, where each note is amplified by sonar through the dome. Or you wander into a liquid sculpture gallery, where art isn't hung on walls but floats, shifting, breathing, made from illuminated bubbles and programmable jelly-like forms suspended in transparent liquid. You don't go outside for air. Instead, the air comes to you, infused with trace elements from the sea, matched to your DNA, designed to elevate cognition or calm the nervous system. Sleep isn't a side effect here. It's an art. Your bed hovers slightly above the floor, synced to a harmonic frequency based on your resting heart rate and the ocean's vibration. You are rocked to sleep, not by motion, but by resonance. One billionaire had a submarine built that looks like a manta ray, its underbelly lined with soft golden lighting and a silent champagne bar. Another had a dolphin-shaped AI drone sub programmed to mimic marine behavior so accurately that actual dolphins swim beside it, believing it's one of their own. And then there's privacy, the ultimate luxury. These cities are untouchable. No signals, no satellites, no surveillance. Internet is delivered via private satellites, firewalled to oblivion. Communication is conducted over encrypted Blu-ray channels that reflect off the ocean floor. Each home is protected by 3 layers of security: sonar mesh, facial recognition, and a final gate guarded by your voice print encoded in vibration. No one knows you're there, which is exactly the point. But despite the security and silence, these places aren't lonely. In fact, they are deeply human. Residents build communities, but not the kind found on land. They form symbiotic societies, bound by intellect, purpose, and artistic expression. Think salons of the sea, where conversations about space colonization, AI consciousness, or spiritual philosophy happen while floating in skylit pools fed by the tide. These cities have their own currencies, not money but access, reputation, legacy, and most importantly, contribution. To enter some underwater societies, you must offer something of value, a new species discovered, a poem written beneath the waves, a choral installation that brings life back to a dying reef. Because, make no mistake, these cities are not escapes. They are new beginnings, laboratories of possibility, incubators of the post-human dream. So, what does it cost to live here? Nothing you can pay in dollars. These cities aren't for sale, they're summoned. You need vision, time, science, and a desire to disappear, not out of fear, but out of peace. The application process doesn't involve banks. It involves architects of the soul, builders of emotion, engineers of feeling. And once you enter this world, you never see the surface the same way again. So, if this journey into the depths of water, of wealth, of wonder lit something in you, then stay close. Like this video, subscribe, and let Goldleaf Living continue guiding you into realms where silence becomes priceless and gravity is just a suggestion. And when the tide returns to its hush and the domes flicker like galaxies beneath the sea, we'll see you where wealth becomes weightless and the world is blue in the next video.